What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel. Today's video is a big one, so make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the noti bell, also drop a comment below to push this video out in the algorithm. Today, we're going to be talking about how to fry man press, not just cover zero and cover one press, but also how to get behind two man under for easy sideline routes. Now, we're a month into the season. There are a number of different ways to beat man coverage. If you guys want to rocket catch and use our jetpack with a different freeform setting, head over to Gridiron Game Plans, where I have that all broken down in our freeforming and user catching seminars in the game plan section. But today's tip is something you can do out of any offensive playbook in the game. It is super simple, and it is motion snap streaks, fades, and comebacks for the purpose of beating press man coverage. So let's go ahead and kind of explain how this is going to work. I do believe that different types of receivers are going to do this better than others. I think locomotion style is very important. So you may notice that bigger receivers like Megatron do this a little bit more slowly than faster receivers like Tyreek Hill, for instance. Although there is the benefit of, being able to get behind coverage and also being tall for the purpose of, agging if somebody happens to get over there late to, make it close. There is benefit to having bigger receivers on this. But let's go ahead and break down exactly what you need to do in order to beat press man. So we'll start off here with kind of like a cover zero blitz. Really what you're looking for is any formation in which your outside receiver is off the line of scrimmage, because we're going to be motion snapping him to the inside in this tip. Now, you're also going to want to choose a play that has pretty good splits. If you notice that certain formations, especially if you line up, wide side of the field, you may notice that you have, some plays that have condensed splits where the receivers are kind of lined up a little bit tighter. You want something where it's nice and spread out. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to play press coverage here with this. And just for the sake of this video, I'm going to spy our unstoppable forces. We'll actually just spy the pass rush as a whole here to make sure that we're not getting screened at with this, because this is more about beating press. Now, when you're facing a cover zero or a cover one, but not a two-man under defense, you guys are going to utilize streak routes. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be using the outside receiver on a streak, and we are going to motion snap them in a couple of steps. Now, I am going to take you into a real game momentarily here to show you that there is a little bit of a difference when you do this in practice mode versus in game, but it is something that you can work through. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to motion snap the receiver to the inside, and we are going to snap the ball after a couple of steps. The big difference is that quarterbacks in game will do a little motion or a point type animation when you go to motion, and the game won't let you snap the ball while he's doing that animation. In practice mode, there are none of those, so it's actually a little bit easier to do in game than it is in practice mode, believe it or not. Another factor that you may wish to eliminate is the presence of a middle receiver in a trip set. A lot of times with these motion snaps, sometimes the middle receiver gets in the way. So if you want to go into a formation that has twins and you have outside receivers, this actually might be a little bit better for the motion snap timing. I figured I'd throw that in there because I did have this in a trip set. But again, if you're facing any type of press, man coverage, this is a little bit better spaced out, especially with the slot tight end not able to be pressed by the slot safety. This is going to free up what we're looking to do here. But we are going to motion snap Tyreek Hill inside a couple steps, and you will see that he's going to be unbumpable. Now, depending on your setting, you may be able to throw a freeform if they don't get a blow-by animation to the outside. But in general, what we're actually looking for is actually the beat press animation. This is why I'm saying that this is a little bit tougher in practice mode. You basically are going to try to snap the ball, so he does that right there. And then at that point, you can throw the ball right by. So your timing in practice mode is really tough because you don't have the quarterback pointing animation in a spot where it's going to basically prevent you from throwing the football altogether until that animation, or snapping the ball until that animation occurs. So game is actually going to help you a lot. But again, here you're going to motion snap in, and after about 2 or 3 steps, you're going to snap the ball. Again, you see right there, that's kind of what I'm talking about, is it's just a little bit tougher. For me, I can save myself with my freeform settings. You guys can check those out. Now, let's actually go into a game where this is going to be a lot easier for us. So here we are in an actual game setting here, and I'm going to introduce those quarterback pointing animations and why they actually help you guys out when you're practicing this. So I'm going to put Allen Lazard here against this cover one defense. I'm going to put him on a streak. And what you're going to see is that when I go to do this motion, there's actually the quarterback pointing animation. So I'm going to do the motion now, and you see that Zach Wilson kind of calls him towards the inside. This is basically where there's a little bit of a buffer that won't let you snap the ball. So if I kind of do this, you're going to see that I'm going to hit motion in, and then it kind of delays. And you see that that's what allows us to then blow by the man-to-man coverage and freeform that up. Now, a better freeform is a touchdown right there, but I just kind of wanted to illustrate what I was showing you right there. So again, let's run this again. You're gonna see that in an actual game, this is so much easier to do than in practice mode. This is one of the few times where it's like, okay, practice mode is really not the best way to practice this particular thing. So again here, what you may decide to do is kind of put your outside receiver on a streak. You're going to pull this camera back by putting the cursor on your running back, and then you can see all 22. Then you motion him in and start snapping the ball, and you're going to see that he's going to get the blow by animation, in which case you're going to be able to throw that up. And again, a better pass lead over the top is a one-play score. So make sure you don't over jam your freeform leads for those one-play touchdowns. So you will be using the streak route for the cover 0 and cover 1. Now, what we're going to be talking about as well is two-man under. Two-man under is a little bit tougher simply because it plays a different technique and also has a safety over the top that is going to help out with being able to get to some of those streak throws. So with the two-man under, we're going to use a completely different route. Now, fortunately for us, the rules are all the same as it pertains the motion snap timing. It's just that we're going to use a hot route and fade. And the reason that we want to use an actual hot route and fade is because it has an outside release compared to a streak, which runs straight down the field. It's a very, very small detail that makes a huge difference as it pertains to beating two-man under. So when you're facing the two-man under, traditionally, you're going to see that press coverage alignment. You're going to see them rolled up into a too high look inside technique on those defensive backs. You may also wish to do this with a receiver that is a little bit more agile off the line. Like I mentioned, some of the bigger bodied players can be a little bit problematic. I think if you also have a deep half safety over the top, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you are occupying him with some sort of tight end streak that will pull them to the middle. Right here, I'm kind of struggling with the regs and how they don't let you change the hot routes for some reason. But, with this, again, you're going to kind of do this motion snap and then snap the ball. You're going to see that he's going to blow right by him. Now, this is where we can get into a better free form. And I'm totally botching all the free forms right here in this video. But Zach Wilson also a little bit tougher to throw with as well. Probably should use the perfect passing feature, right? But you are going to be able to blow right by the two-man under. Let's do one more there because I think that was a really good rep that shows how to get the blow by. And obviously, you guys from there, based off of your freeform settings, if you guys are on near, you guys are going to be able to hit all these throws a little bit. If you guys are on far, you're going to have to kind of retrain them a little bit. But again, here I'm going to use the fade to Garrett Wilson. And you can see that's changing all of our hot routes.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
So we got to continue dealing with this. This is like one of the worst things EA's ever put in the game, and that's saying something. Green React AI is maybe a little bit worse, but again, with little practice, you're going to be able to get this motion snap where he's going to get the blow by animation, and you'll be able to throw this up in a better spot where you're going to be able to run right by two-man under, cover 1, or cover 0 based defenses. Again, make sure you guys are holding your safeties when you guys are setting up your route combo. You don't want a deep half safety and only have one unbumpable route on that side of the field, and that's the only route that's pressing vertically down the field. But I hope that this video taught you guys a little something about how to fry cover 0, cover 1 press, as well as two-man under inside shade alignment, and also be able to throw the ball away from the safety in two-man under. If this video helped you guys out, make sure you guys give the video a like. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, make sure you guys drop those below. Subscribe to GridironGamePlans.gg for more. This is a video that came straight out of our vault in September, and I hope it helps you guys here on the YouTube channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Ann. Get in the lab and good luck.